Okay, so we had to open up behind the tub here because the edge of the floor of the carpet here leading up to the bathroom, this entire edge is wet. So we opened up this area to see if there was a leak from the plumbing, and as you can see, it's as dry as a desert in there, but along the edge of the tub in there, as you can see, it's wet. And I don't know, it's kind of weird what I'm seeing, you know, that water there and all. I'm wondering if, and I don't know, when we stepped in here, this floor was wet. So the entire floor was wet. This carpet, as you can see, was on the floor right here, and the floor was wet around here, and so that's all that was wet. And you know, we opened up the cabinet here, everything was dry. We dried the floor and all. We flushed this toilet about 15 times, no water. We filled this up and held the water and let it out, and nothing. So we filled the tub all the way up. Filled the tub all the way up, let the water out. And the only water we're seeing is along here. And this is all wet along here, all the way down to about halfway through. Having kids and all, it looks like there was an overflow in here, but meaning that, you know, something overflowed. It doesn't look like it was the sink, because if it was the sink, you know, there would be water in the drawers along the front here, and the bottom of the cabinet is pretty dry. So the only thing I'm suspecting is possibly the tub, but I filled up the tub and I did not see where, you know, because this is to prevent overflows. And I filled up the tub, I let the water come up, and sometimes what happens is if there's too much water coming in, it overwhelms the overflow drain, and that did not happen. So I don't know how water wound up on this floor. I have no idea how water wound up on this floor and trickled under the door and came along the edge, and also was able to seep back into this area. But like I said, this entire floor was wet. It looks, you know, from having children and all, it looks like, you know, sort of an overflow in here somehow. But there was nobody here, and that cabinet is dry on the inside. Like I said, we flushed the toilet 20 times. This it's real mystery. We're gonna open up the ceiling below, just because water got in there, and it's gonna have to dry out. If we don't open it up, you'll have some mold issue. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. But honestly, it's a real mystery. You know, it didn't come from above. Everything is dry. Everything is dry in here. Said that's probably the 16th time I flushed that, and but there was quite a bit of water. There's quite a bit of water, as you can see from this guy here. And I would imagine this would have been worse if this did not absorb it. But I don't have any answers at this point. I don't know where the water wound up on the floor from, how it got there. Okay.